Do you want kids who are all in, faithful followers of Christ, not just pew warmers, kids that just show up to church on Sunday? You want kids who are active in their faith and actively serve others and seek to make God known wherever they go, participant in God's story. If that is what you're searching for, you have found the right video, because I'm going to share what I feel will make the biggest impact in your family, because it's made the biggest impact in my family of 8. Hi, I'm Nancy Marie Peterson. I have been a mom for 28 plus years. I've been homeschooling for 20 of those. And I found something that was so valuable in motherhood. So probably about 15 years ago, I was given this, maybe 20 years ago, I was given this idea about creating a family mission statement. I muddled through it and I finally got it done. And ours was life, live intentionally for eternity. So we created this atmosphere in our home that we were active in our faith. We didn't just love God and go to church and serve him on Sundays and do maybe a few things. We were all in, committed, sold out. Like whatever we did, we looked for ways to really impact God's kingdom, to bring others on this path with us. Sorry, hi, I'm going on a walk today. It's a little cold out here. I have no makeup on. It's a little rough, but I just wanted to get this out there because I wish I knew this information years ago. I can look back and now see what's impacting me. I'm not just giving you an idea that I think might work. I'm giving you an actual plan to follow that we followed. And here's the proof. I have 6 kids. And so out of my 6 kids, all of them have been actively pursuing a God calling in their life. They either well, let me just run them down. So my oldest is 28, married to a missionary. She's a family nurse practitioner, and she also on the side is a youth pastor for our local campus of, maybe it's 30 kids. She runs Bible studies for young girls, 2 of them, and she also runs youth night. Our son is a full-time missionary and is sold out all into his calling. His twin sister is a mom, full-time mama now with 2 babies. Her husband works in the youth group, and they're committed to serving in any capacity, and they spend their tithe money just really helping. I'm going to turn around here because there's a lot of people on this road, and it's going to be kind of awkward. So I'm going to go the other direction instead. But actively pursuing God in what they're doing as a family. So my other daughter works at a Christian school, and she volunteers in the youth group as a youth leader. My other daughter is in college, and she's at a Christian college, and she just got signed up to be an RA because for her, serving is what matters. Not just showing up to school and getting classes. She's like committed and in and wants to be a part of either it's cleaning up or tearing down or coming up with activities. It doesn't matter. We have filled in her this desire to serve, to not just show up and take, but be a part and serve and clean up, put things away, whatever it takes to bless others in this journey. And our son, who is learning, we're teaching him the same value. So out of all my kids, I look back and all of them are active in their faith. They don't just show up to church and are good Christians. They're not all full-time in ministry, but they're full-time active in serving God. Oh, it's bright outside now. But what I want to share with you, it's not some magic thing that I did. It's about starting with intentionality. It's first of all starting with the mission statement that will help my kids know what path we want to be on. Knowing their purpose, knowing the why. Why are we doing what we're doing in life? Why do we take the time to ask, is there anything we can do before we leave a building, before we leave an activity, before we leave an event? It's constantly teaching my kids we're here to serve. And we started that when they were itty bitties. We started this process, I think, 13 years ago. We joined the mission with YWAM, and we jumped all in, and we taught our kids on a daily basis is what serving looks like. It wasn't always glamorous. It rarely was really pretty. It was raw and real and rough and hard and challenging and sometimes beautiful. But we taught our kids the importance of jumping in and serving, to jumping in and being part of something bigger than yourself, helping others see God, serving others so they can make God known. No matter what part we are in that process, that we always try to step up and serve. And sorry, I've been sick this week, actually for a little over a week, so my voice is a little off, but I wanted to get this out there because if you're like me and you're a mom and you want kids who are all in, committed, faithful followers of Christ, who actively engage their faith and look for ways to make this world a better place and make others know who God is, then I believe the secret sauce, or whatever you want to call it, is, first of all, creating a family mission statement, coming up with a plan that your family knows what's true to them. If you want your kids to be followers of Christ, if you want them to be active in their faith, then you need to start that by declaring that over them and explaining that's what we do as Petersons. We live intentionally for eternity. We're doing a bigger picture here. So it starts with the mission statement. And if you want to know about writing a mission statement, I've created a free course. Just jump in and you can check that out and that will help you. And that, I think, was one of the most important pivotal points in our family. The other point to this is actively walking it out. You can't just have a mission statement and have it on the wall. It has to be true to who you are. Teach it to them, model it to them over and over again. So it's leading them constantly to the values and the desires that you want them to achieve and that you want them to get to. If you want them to love God, you want them to serve God, you need to show them that. You need to show them what that looks like. You need to teach them what it looks like. So, wrapping it all up, the bottom line is, if you want kids who are active in their faith, that volunteer in youth groups, volunteer in ministries, beyond just their 9-to-5 job, then you need to teach it to your kids. It needs to be part of who you are as a family. You need to get that message out to them when they're little, and you keep growing it, and you model it, and you serve. I was always part of a ministry. My kids were drug along, or whatever you want to say, and they jumped in and served with me, whether it was putting up chairs, whatever it meant. Even before we did missions, we were already active like that as a family. So I want to encourage you. I want to empower you to tap into God and say, God, what makes our family unique? And where do I need to teach my kids the value that you have already instilled in our family, that I need to really take it to a deeper level and walk it out and guide them through this? So I hope I've encouraged you. I hope you've figured out what you can implement in your family to help your children be all-in Christ followers, to go beyond just filling a pew or a bench, but to actually being a participant in God's story to help others learn and grow and commit to Him as well. All right, hope this has helped you. And if it has, leave comments, and I will see you next time. Stay intentional. Bye.